Hi, I'm Gary Levinson from Blade Guitars. It's my company. We're celebrating our 25th year now this year with Blade Guitars. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about the Player Series. We introduced the Player Series in the course of the last year. And the idea behind the Player Series was to be able to make a line of guitars accessible in, let's say, in price categories that would allow us to give beginning players as well as intermediate players an excellent instrument at a price that they can afford to really go for the instruments that they'd like to have. The one I have in my hand is the Player's Delta series. There's 6 instruments in the series, and the Delta series is an example of the way that all of these are planned and are constructed. There are no shortcuts at all in the manufacturing of the instruments. For example, this is a North American alder body. The necks are all Canadian maple, so it's well dried, and the Canadian maple gives you a much better resonance on the instrument, as well as giving you a much better stability for the neck. We use pickups with Alnico magnets as opposed to, let's say, taking cheap pickups with certain ceramic magnets. We use good quality pots, and we managed then to bring you a high quality instrument at a very, very reasonable price. All of the instruments have die-cast machine heads with 16:1 ratios, so they tune extremely well. They hold their tuning very well, and it's an instrument that you can enjoy and keep for your life. I'd like to introduce you to the Durango Series. The Durango Series is a slight departure from many of the instruments that we've made in the past. This is an instrument with a 24 3/4 inch or 628 millimeter scale length. So it's a shorter scale length than on all of the other instruments that we make. The advantage of the shorter scale length is, one, it's very easy to play because there's less tension on the strings, and because of the shorter scale length and the tension difference, it tends to be much more percussive. This is an instrument with an arch top. It's a carved top, and it has a mahogany body and neck, and 3 on a side now, for example, instead of the traditional 6 on a side that we've used. We developed a new neck joint to go on this instrument. The idea was to be able, it has a set neck, but I wanted to have much more access to the upper frets with this neck shank. So the way it's made now, when I'm playing up in the higher registers, I can actually keep my thumb in the middle of the neck and play the entire neck perfectly all the way up. It has a contour, making it much more comfortable to play. And although you can't see this in the video, the instrument is very light. Instruments like these from many of the competitors tend to be very heavy, and I wanted something that is light, easy to play all night long, does not wear you out, but gives you all of the tonal advantages of a mahogany body, which means it's warmer in sound, and the shorter scale length, more percussive. The Durango Series comes in several different models. The model we're looking at right now is called the DD3, the Durango Deluxe 3, and the Durango Deluxe 4 has the same shape, similar pickups, but if we take a look at it, one of the differences that you see is a mini switch here. This is the Blade variable spectrum control electronics that we've been using since the very beginning. Became very famous with the RH4, and it has a flamed maple top. The rest of the instrument is still the mahogany body and neck. One last feature I'd like to mention is the wraparound bridge that we have. We actually developed this together with Trevor Wilkinson, and one of the unique parts of it is the adjustable B and G string, so we can get much better intonation. And you can see also the intonation, all the rest of the strings. So this would be the Durango Deluxe 4.